Hello everyone, my name is YiI. I ended up set 9 with 600 LP, and today I want to be talking about the one cost for set 9.5. One cost is probably the most important units that you need to be familiar and able to succeed in any other comps. Alright, so first is Samira and Cassiopeia. This is what I call Snake Mira, and the point, it's the same thing. Samira with blue buff Gunblade. It doesn't need Gunblade, but it wants some healing. I don't know because Zeri got removed. Back then, Samira is really weak and vulnerable against Zeri because Zeri can just tap Samira from far away. But now Zeri's move, I don't know if there's any other units can just hit the backline and get to Samira. But if there is, Gunblade will be really nice on him. And your main carry could be Samira or Cassiopeia. It depends on whatever you hit 3-star first. In China, some people would argue Cassiopeia is a better carry than Samira. Sometimes from their experience, hitting Samira 3 does not guarantee top 4. But hitting Cassiopeia 3 almost guarantee top 4 in China server. And I want to be talking about this in the Fury unit. This unit is really good with Samira and Cassiopeia because the way how Neferi's Darken functions. When Neferi dies, her dogs goes up to the nearest ally. So the way I position Darius and Swain specifically like this, so when Neferi dies, it jumps to Samira or Cassiopeia, it depends on how you switch the units. And I mean, if you're playing Cassiopeia 3, you probably want Cassiopeia there because Neferi gets onto her. And the faster they cast, the more damage Neferi does. Now, I do not know if you put, rather or not putting on items on Neferi will actually buff Neferi's Darken bonus. Like sometimes, I don't know about this. If Neferi has items, maybe her dogs do more damage. I do not know that. If you know, please comment down below and tell me if that's the case. With Noxus, you can just streak this into a Noxus board, or you can streak this into an AP board because you slam blue buff on Samira and you want to transition to other AP lines. But right now, with the loss of Lux, mages are not that great. Until we figure it out a way to play mage, this is probably your board. You're probably not thinking playing into a mage line. You probably would slam other items if you want to play other comps. You probably slam other items on Samira or Cassiopeia and pivot yourself into something else. So if you made blue buff, you're most likely trying to reroll Samira 3 and Cassiopeia 3. But otherwise, build other items and streak into other comps. But that's pretty much Samira and Cassiopeia. It depends on what you hit 3-star first. But if you hit Cassiopeia 2 by herself and you don't hit any Noxes, Shurimas are now a 2-piece trait, 2-4-6-piece trait. So having Samira pair with Renekton is really important. And Renekton almost always go hand in hand with Cho'Gath, and this is in stage 1 or 2 or above. And if you can hit Renekton 2, Cho'Gath 2, Renekton 2 can actually tank a lot. And now because Shurima is a 2-piece straight, you're not forced to play a Talia in it. And Talia usually gets very awkward, but you can still play Neferi if you want to. And that'll make like 3 Shurima, something like that. And then if you want to play something else like Talia, you can play Donald Trump in and have 4 Shurima, that's fine. But with the one cost, Renekton 1, Cho'Gath 1, Cassiopeia 1, you can maybe reroll this snake board. I know some people are playing what is called the Reptile Love. I don't know what you guys call it in A. That is not a great board in higher elo, but like if you want to have fun, if you just click on this video trying to figure out what the most funny one cost reroll comp you can figure it out, that's the thing. It's not that bad. Some people are playing it, but it's on an average, if you want to climb, I would say try to avoid it. Same thing as Cho Biden. And okay, the next thing is Samira. So if you just hit Samira 2 and you don't have the Noxus line, Samira 2 with Fura, Neferi, and Warwick, you can get actually a really early game stage 2 for challengers because they added Neferi and they removed Callista. Back then, I think you need Callista to hit 4 challenger, but now I'm pretty sure, right? But now you just need Neferi to hit it, and hitting Callista is way harder, right? If I don't get it, yeah, hitting Callista is way harder in stage 2. And compared to a 2-cost Neferi. Alright, so Ixtal, Graves. So the Graves items, these are not to build items. This is like worse than Sot. This is Whis. The reason why you want to play Graves with Gunner and what's it called, Assassins. I actually don't know what they call it in English. Oh yeah, my Tactics.tools is in Chinese. Oh, okay. Oh, this is so hard. I can't switch the language right now. Okay, I'm about to record the Chinese video of this same exact thing. So all my Tactics.tools is in Chinese. But all right, anyways, Graves, do not build these 2 items on him if you have what is this called? Assassins? Do they still call it assassins in English? I actually don't know. The reason why assassins proc at 50% health, okay? Assassins proc at 50% health, and Sterix procs at 60. GA also procs at 60. So that is very awkward if you build these two items. These two items will proc and deny the jumping of Graves. So do not build these two items on him. Any other AD item on him is okay, but these two are not. These two are a bait if you're playing what's it called? Assassin Graves. And you want to be rerolling Graves, Illaoi, Milio as your level 5 board. And Milio 3 actually wants to be on the same side as Graves, because when Milio casts, it jumps directly of the unit behind her. Is it a him or a her? I actually don't know the gender of Milio. It's probably a him. And that with Graves jumping to the back does a lot of damage. And when you level, you want to play more gunners, because more gunner, well, first of all, it will unleash Aphelios, which is a good backline for late game. And also 4 gunner by itself right now has so much AD. And with gunner proccing, or with gunner stacking on Graves, by the time when Graves jumps to the back, he does a shit ton of damage. And yeah, with Aphelios casting on top of it, because Aphelios will try to find the largest clump, Graves 3 with Aphelios 2 and with Milio 3, they will one-shot like a side of the board. And if Graves damage, like his AD ratio is not reduced, that might be like the 2 goal comp when 13.18 drops. Graves 3, Milio 3 might be the newest, like might be the Tristana of set 9. Alright, next. But normally when you hit Graves pair with Illaoi, and if you have Twisted Faith and you can find an early bilge water. If you have MF, Nautilus, or Twisted Faith, you can try to play early bilge water. And when you hit Illaoi too, you should be trying to hold Poppy. When you're trying to hold Illaoi, you should automatically try to be holding Poppy, because these two one cost go hand in hand, just like the Renekton and Cho'Gath, and they are your good frontline to go with, and you can just slam whatever backline units you find. It can be like Jhin, Ashe, that could be a combo, and this is okay. Just any backline that you find. It can be 2 mages as well if you want to. All right, Ionia, same shit. Ionia is the same exact thing. Set 1, Irelia 2, Jhin 2 is really good. It just now, if you hit Jhin 2, you can actually play Jhin with Darius. Sometimes you play Noxus because you hit an early Darius and you want to be playing reroll Darius. In that case, Set is really good, Irelia is really good, and Jhin is also really good in this entire comp. Like 6 units with 6 traits, that's pretty good. Sorry, with 5 traits, that's pretty good. And if you had an early Darius, I will try to tell you to hold, obviously try to hold all the Noxus units, but if you can, Ionia is not bad. It's not just Warwick now. Ionia is actually not bad, because at level 6 you play this board and you can temple, and this board is pretty good. All right, next, Kayle. The point of me making this video, partially is to tell you don't play Kayle. Back then, Poppy 4 actually tanks. Poppy 4 can tank a lot, not only she tanks, she CCs people, and that actually causes issues for the other comps to deal with it. If Poppy hit a Shen 2 back to the backline, and if Kayle somehow magically still sticks onto the Shen, then the Kayle spread damage will spread that entire corner, and that could cause some major issues. But now Poppy 4 does not exist anymore, and so is Yordle. Poppy does not have that CC ability. Let me check it. Yeah, Poppy does not have that CC ability anymore. And Kayle loses Maokai. Not only he lost Maokai, he also lost Tristana and Viego. So making Kayle 3 reroll with maybe Illaoi Poppy 3 is a little bit harder. It's less higher cap. Let's just put it like that. It's lower of a cap. What I believe is probably lower a cap. But at least now you're not forced to have at least 3 3-stars. That could be an upside. Like, let's say you hit a Kayle super early, and you have no Poppy, no Illaoi, so you just decide to fucking play Kayle reroll and just like force level. Then maybe that could be a plus. Now 3 Yordle is not a thing anymore. you're not forced to reroll for Poppy 3 and Alawi 3. You could like hit a lot of KOs on stage 1 and then decide to like hyper roll during stage 2 or at the beginning of stage 3-1 when you're level 4. And then just fuck it level. Maybe that could be a way to play Kale now, but I know Chinese people are gonna figure out a way to play Kale. They're just going to have a way to play Kale. And by that time, when that time comes, I will make another video about Kale. But right now, the loss of 3 Yordles, loss of Maokai's make me feel a little bit sus of playing Kale. And that's also on top of not being able to hit Gwen at stage 2. So yeah, you could just be forced to play like, I don't know, a Galio. And yeah, that doesn't look that great. Alright, next. Oriana, Malzahar, and Cho'Gath. This is Cho Biden. A lot of people like to play this comp simply because our president has the same name as this Cho'Gath unit. And also because you want to play this because you remember like set 6 or set 7, the 3-cost Cho'Gath reroll, that used the mutant Cho'Gath reroll, that comp used to be very fun. So a lot of people want to play Cho'Gath simply because it's the same skin, the same mechanic. That the fact that Cho'Gath can grow and just watching things grow in TFT is very satisfying. But unless you have like insane amount of Cho'Gaths and Malzahars in the early game, I will like try to tell you not go around this unit. Try not to play around this. And a lot of people are reading his ability like, oh, Cho'Gath has a lot of HP, and when he has more HP, he does more damage. So we build HP on him, right? No, you don't build HP on Cho'Gath because they're just flat health. They're undefended meat. That's what I called in Chinese. They're undefended meat. So you want stats. You want armor and magic resist on Cho'Gath. Since he gets more health by himself, by existing, he gets more health by executing people. You want more magic resist and armor on him so that the health, every single 1 HP point matters. If you have no magic resist and no armor, your HP does not matter. They are exactly what it is, what's on the book. If you have 100 HP, you have 100 HP. But if you have armor and magic resist in the calculations, that 100 HP is no longer 100 HP. He's gonna tank a lot more with more armor and magic resist. Hit every single health of him, every single 1 health of him is gonna value more. And you play Malzahar 3, Oriana 3, Cho'Gath 3 in this comp, and you add in Rek'Sai while you're rolling at 5 because nobody's probably holding that unit. Actually, people are holding Rek'Sai. People are gonna try to play Rek'Sai reroll. But yeah, I don't know what you play on as the 4th unit. You probably play around either 4 Bruiser with Renekton and Vi because you want more HP on Cho'Gath, or you could end up playing 6 Void, which is a lot harder to hit because it requires you to hit all these 3 units, and you actually hitting what level? What is this? Level 8, I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7. Oh, level 7. And this is a lot harder to hit instead of just playing 4 Bruiser. So most of the time, you'll probably just end up playing 4 Bruiser because Vi and Renekton is so much easier to play, and this is a level 6 board. Maybe when you hit level 7 or level 8, you can try to pivot into what is it called? Try to pivot into Void. But most of the time, you're probably just rolling for a 3-star, 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 3-star at level 5. And if you hit a Rek'Sai, nice! We can play Rek'Sai, we can play three fucking Bruisers. But if you don't hit Rek'Sai, cast it in. And then, yeah, you just hope for the best that you hit Cho'Gath 3 and Malzahar 3, Oriana 3 fast enough so that you can start leveling and play other better stuff. Alright, that will be all the 1 cost for now. And I believe that probably covers everything. If there's more comps that you want me to consider, comment down below. But for now, have fun in set 9.5 PBE, or good luck with set 9 climbing. I'm YY, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.